Welcome to today's Inlet View as we are getting very close to Advent 4 and then to Christmas Eve and all of the Christmas season. It's a full time in the life of the church, a very joyful time, and for some, a challenging time, and we try to acknowledge all of that with the ministry that we have in the week ahead. Many of you have heard that we had to cancel a couple of events this week. One was because of a flu concern, a few of our members who were part of the breakfast, and so we wanted to be safe with that. And then the gathering dinner had to be canceled because of a COVID positive test in one of the participants in the pageant, and because of their rehearsal, we didn't know how far it might have spread, so we just wanted to be cautious there. The good news is we plan to have the pageant performed and offered as part of the gathering on January 5th, so mark that on your calendar, and we look forward to that on the 11th day of Christmas. That'll be a wonderful way to cap the season. But between now and then, of course, we have lots going on. So this Sunday will be the fourth Sunday of Advent, and we'll celebrate that in the harbor and in the sanctuary. We will prepare for delivery as we think of that as our theme for this Sunday. On Sunday evening at 6 o'clock, we'll have our Blue Christmas service. That's a service for all of us. I'm a person who would like some peace and calm in the midst of all the frenzy, and so it speaks to me, but it speaks to others as well who have grief in their life at this time of year, or who are dealing with challenges. Maybe they've got a job situation that's difficult. Maybe they've had some economic struggle in their life. Maybe they have other health concerns. Maybe they have family issues that are difficult for them. And it's good to be able to gather together and realize that in the midst of all the happiness and the glitter of this time of year, there's also peace and a reminder that the light of Christ comes into our lives however we are feeling at this time in life. So we invite you at 6 o'clock in the sanctuary for the Blue Christmas service. It's a very special time. Then Monday evening from 5 until 8 will be a time for you to stroll through the campus and the sanctuary to celebrate with us the celebration of light and hope. Maybe you did this last year, the Luminary Walk. It's a really special way to hear and see different scenes and to be part of a moving experience that really captures a lot of the joy of this time of year. So that's Monday from 5 to 8 on campus. Thursday will be our first Christmas Eve service. It's at 6 o'clock in the sanctuary, and that will be yellow protocols for that service. Friday the 24th will be our 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock services in the harbor. The 6 o'clock harbor service will have a section that will be a yellow protocol. The 6 o'clock in the sanctuary, the 11 o'clock in the sanctuary will be green services, as will the 4 o'clock in the harbor. Nursery will be available to you on the 24th at 4 o'clock and at 6 o'clock for those services. So nursery available on the Christmas Eve 4 and 6 o'clock services. Something that's been on all of our minds and hearts this time of year is the concern, or this recent weeks, is the concern that has happened in Kentucky and the part of the heartland, as these tornadoes have done so much damage and sadly ended lives and disrupted many more. We have in our own church family the Reverend Wayne Sayer, who has served in the Kentucky state as a United Methodist pastor, and he has even served two of the communities that were hit hardest by these tornadoes. We have asked Wayne to come and share a little bit about those communities and help us to understand why we would want to give 100% of our Christmas Eve offerings to the Kentucky Disaster Relief. And so he's going to speak to that for us now.
Thank you, Will. As Will said, I had the privilege of serving in Western Kentucky for a significant number of years of my ministry, and specifically in Dawson Springs and Bowling Green. I pastored Dawson Springs United Methodist Church from 1986 to 1990 and Westside United Methodist Church in Bowling Green from 1990 to 1994. When my wife Betty and I saw the coverage on Saturday morning, it was surreal. Betty compared it to when we watched the events of 9/11. It was hard to believe. And one of the hardest things was that while we were in Dawson Springs for 4 years, I was a runner. I ran every single inch of that community. And when they showed scenes there, I could not recognize anything. Landmarks were gone. I know two ladies from that community, sisters, who were killed. I did their mother's funeral, and I baptized one of their sons. Another of my church members went to aid his daughter in Bowling Green with a chainsaw, and he had a heart attack and died. So it's much further beyond that. In Logan County, where we were last, a friend let me know that 100 homes had been destroyed there, and that hasn't even been in the news. let me say thank you for your care and concern. And just as you all have embraced us as we've come in from foreigners from Kentucky, I know the people of Western Kentucky will feel your love. I've gotten several correspondences from Bishop Fairley, the Bishop of Kentucky, coordinating the efforts. If you will read what Will has shared with you as far as direction as to where the monies will go, they will go there, they're secure, and 100% of that will go to relief from the tornadoes. Thank you. 3 things I would ask. Keep the people of Kentucky in your prayers. Keep our leaders in your prayers. And always say thanks for a wonderful church community like Blaine.